underway again. 60
Good call,
kilos.
2 red.
And that's 2 red for Phillip Moomey and another 2 for Phillip Moomey. Already at 63 kilos. Jonathan Gurule in the blue, U23 Nationals. Wasted no time. Cornelian by way of Nebraska, Phillip Moomey in the lead. Gurule fighting for hand position. Gets underneath, has Moomey up in the air. Deep underhook on the left side, but now Moomey. Good hand fighting, and he's back into the ties that he wants. Arm spin, doesn't come all the way around. Good defense by Gurule. Nice attempt by Moomey. Back in the center of the bout, it's 4-0. Moomey still leads. We'll see if Gurule can find his offense. Probably won't have a passivity call. Not yet. We have 90 seconds remaining in the first period. Oh yeah, 63 kilos. There are mat 5 and 6. You can catch the first round of these best 2 of 3 finals. We skipped. Oh, good headlock attempt by Gurule, but it's a slip. Risk, as the rule book says. We want to encourage risk by giving the offensive wrestler all the incentive you can to take those risks with the big throws. But 60 kilos is going on mat 6 right now, and then all second and third round matches in the finals will be moved over here to mat 5. Gurule, good footwork, trying to find an angle on Moomey. First period with just 30 seconds remaining. Level change by Gurule, tries to snap into better position. Moomey, good defense, and now Moomey's being warned, can't keep your head down. Negative wrestling is strongly discouraged. And if you keep your head down and just block and aren't hitting wrestling moves, you get admonished. Moomey wrestling for the Spartan Combat RTC and Titan Mercury Wrestling Club. Gurule with the NYAC and Northern Michigan University. So we go to the break. There's Andy Biesick in the corner for Gurule, 2-time world bronze medalist. He's the head coach there at Northern Michigan. Moomey gets toweled down, and they're back to the center. Big shove off the whistle by Gurule, trying to get Moomey off base. He recovers, and hand fight picks up early here in the second period. There's risk. Gurule at a slip. Moomey tries to rip a headlock. It doesn't land, so they're back to neutral.
Get in between them.
Still in the center of the mat, still a 4-0 lead for Moomey. He scored early and then has been keeping Gurule at bay. Now Gurule taking some ground. Moomey takes a peek at the clock. While Moomey's working from a right side underhook. And right in front of us, they go out of bounds. And it's going to be 1 point for Gurule. He gets on the board. So now he's a 4-point move from taking the lead. 2 2-point moves will do it, as will, but not a 2-point and a 1-point move. That would give Moomey the lead via criteria. So with 1:45 to go, still time for Gurule to work. Moomey with a head and an arm. He's locked up there. And Moomey's corner is saying Gurule is wrestling with his head down. Arm spin attempt by Moomey. Can't hold on, so they rule it a slip. The defending wrestler can stop your momentum if he catches you on your way down. Then you don't get the benefit of the risk rule. But if you hit a move and all in one motion, you go down to the mat without scoring, they'll put you back up. No harm, no foul. Rounding that final minute, we got 1:05 to go in the second period. Gurule taking some ground again. Haven't been in parterre since Moomey got that first takedown. And there, step down. Getting the 2 points is Gurule. And now he's to within 1. A turn will give him the lead. Got time to work. Locked around the gut, Moomey. Playing defense. And no score, 14 seconds. Gurule had plenty of time to work, just couldn't get the parterre offense going in time, and now just 10 seconds left. Can Moomey hold on? Gurule coming at him. Level change, Moomey. Head and hands defense, keeping Gurule at bay. And Moomey will take match 1 by the score of 4-3. Gurule almost coming all the way back, but it's gonna be Phillip Moomey. All right, so that was 60 kilos. We're going to move up to 63. Jonathan Gurule, NYAC and Northern Michigan University in the red. In the blue, it's Phillip Moomey. Moomey won round 1, 4-3. In a hard-fought bout, Gurule almost came back, but Moomey held on after scoring 2 two-point moves early in the first period. Could this series go to a third match? This seems like it would be a good candidate for that to happen. But Moomey will have his say as well. Arm spin, and they're back to where they started. 63 kilos. Good action on the far side of the mat. Underhook from Moomey. Cutting off the escape routes of Gurule. Keeps driving forward. Gurule furiously countering, but he steps out and gives up the first point of the match. 1-0 Moomey leads, but I had to take a lot of energy fighting Gurule every inch of the way, every second of that exchange. How much does he have left? It's early in the match, but they did have a long, hard-fought 4-3 bout, as I mentioned. Now Gurule taking some ground. See if he can push the pace halfway through the first period. Going for a headlock is Moomey, and they say he stopped his momentum, and then he got another turn. And he being Jonathan Gurule, so he takes a 4-1 lead. Has a lift. Moomey trying to get heavy. Gurule is slipping. And he won't get a turn, but he does lead 4-1. Moomey thought he had a slip there. Didn't get the call. Back to the center, 4-1. Gurule takes the lead. He wants a third match. Under 30 seconds to go, 20 seconds to be more precise. Still 4-1. Gurule holding center. Final seconds here in the first period. They go to the break. After the 30-second interval, we'll come back to the center. And we're underway. Moomey has some ground to cover to make up that three-point deficit. Gurule wants to keep the pressure on. If he can keep his foot on the pedal, he'll be in good shape. Moomey fights for an underhook on the left. Gurule wrestles out of that. The hand fighting picking up. Moomey overhook on the right side. Gurule sinking that left arm in deep, and now a arm throw attempt. Arm spin from Moomey, doesn't land. It'll be a slip to go back up. Under 2 minutes to go. How much does Moomey have left in his tank here? Does he want to save it for round 3? Does he empty it here, trying to end the match and the series? A win here will put Moomey on the U23 World Team. And they go at it under 90 seconds. And Moomey gets hit with passivity, so he's going to go underneath. Moomey looks at the score. He knows he's in trouble. Passivity also gives Gurule an extra point, so it's 5-1. So even if Moomey fights and wrestles defensively here, it'll chew up about 20 or so seconds of the clock. Good defense, stopping that lift. Turn attempt doesn't work. 59 seconds remain. Moomey needs a 4-point move. 2 twos will also do it. But he's got to find those reserves. Meanwhile, Gurule wants to continue to push the pace. Give Moomey something to think about in the break between now and the final and third bout, assuming it continues this way and Gurule wins. You want that momentum going into round 3. Gurule with the underhook is going to fight his way to victory, I believe. Moomey walking in, but goes for a lefty headlock. And he slips with just 4 seconds to go. And it's going to be Gurule forcing round 3. We'll see these two talented young men at the end. After the heavyweights wrestle, we'll come back around to 63 kilos. I say his name wrong a million times, but he wrestles for Oregon State. He's a really good Greco-Roman heavyweight. I believe he can take that world team spot. So all the way around to 63 kilos. This is Phillip Moomey in the red, taking on Jonathan Gurule in the blue. Moomey won round 1. Gurule took round 2. We are now wrestling round 3. We're at the U23 Nationals. Although this is for a spot on the world team, so it's like a world team trials. But the team selection process is a little more complicated for U23s. If you're on the national team, you can claim the spot if you're age eligible. An Olympic year, only 6 weights have national team members. Only a few folks are actually age eligible. And this is a non-Olympic weight, so all that means this is a World Team Trials 2 out of 3 series. No scores after a minute. In round 1, it was Moomey getting out to a early 4-0 lead and then holding on for a 4-3 win. In round 2, it was again Moomey scoring first, but that was just a single point, and then Gurule scored 4 unanswered points to eventually win 5-1. And now Moomey gets the first passivity call. He'll go down. There's no rule that says he can't get a second passivity call against him either, so we can't just assume that he'll get a chance in the second period to get a point and go into offense on parterre. Also has to stop Gurule from scoring here. And ripping a gut wrench to the left. Gurule scores 2 more, so he leads 3-0. Goes for a lift. Moomey's off the ground. They go out of bounds. No points. So 3-point deficit, 1 minute, 8 seconds remaining in the first period. See a sizable Cornell contingent watching their teammate Phil Moomey. I think I see Julian Ramirez, Vince Cornella, Greg Diakomahalis, any other starters? Brent Unger, I believe. These guys will all be in action tomorrow for the U20 and U23 men's freestyle tournaments. Moomey taking more ground, but that underhook from Gurule, jab to the face, unintentional. Ripping a headlock is Moomey, but they're going to come back up. Northern Michigan University. That's Otto Black. There's some other guys that I recognize, but NMU teammates are there for Gurule. And getting a little chippy at the end there. I think both wrestlers are feeling their teammates' energy. Starting to get after it. So after the break, back to the center. Quick hand slap. And let the brawl commence. Gurule, he had the momentum after winning the second period, or second round. Trying to get the go behind. Comes real close. Now Moomey's facing him. Is there a throw? Yes, there's two. Gurule with a big toss. And he leads 5-0. Can he get a turn? Is there a leg foul? Nope, and no score on the exposure there either. Moomey going for something big. He's got 2 minutes. He's got time, but it's slowly ticking away. Overhook, collar tie. Gurule with that score is going to avoid getting hit with passivity, I believe, unless he keeps burying his head. Now he's warned. Starting to get loud. A lot of cheering from the mat side there. 90 seconds to go. Moomey needs more than one big throw unless it's a 5-pointer. Gurule still pushing in, and Moomey's going out of bounds, and that's going to be one more point for Gurule. And Jonathan Gurule, Andy Bezic telling him to breathe. .60 lead for Gurule. He's got him hold on for 60 more seconds. Drops the first match, but now trying to complete the comeback. He's almost there. Still life for Moomey though. Under 30, Jonathan Gurule very close to making the U23 World Team. Gurule made the U20 World Team in 2022, placed 12th. Gonna get another age level World Team notch on his belt. Yes, he will. That's it. And he's pumping up his teammates. Jonathan Gurule makes the U23 World Team at 63 kilos. There's the hand raise.